What is up, guys? It's me once again, and happy Christmas from all of you. Today, I'm going to be doing Goofs in Thomas's Christmas party. Hope you enjoyed this episode.
It was Christmas on the island of Sodor. All the engines were working hard. Thomas and Toby were busy
Okay, first Goof right there. If you look at Clarabelle, you can clearly see that she's facing backwards.
carrying people and
That's
parcels
one.
up and down the French line. Everyone was happy. Only the coaches, Annie and Clarabelle, were complaining. It's always the same before Christmas, they groaned. We feel so full, we feel so full. Oh, come on, said Thomas. Where's your festive spirit? Christmas Day is almost here. By the side of the track was a lonely little cottage with a familiar figure waving to them. It's Mrs. Kindly, whistled Thomas. Peep, peep, Happy Christmas! Thomas always felt better for seeing her. Christmas just wouldn't be Christmas without Mrs. Kindly. When work was over, Thomas went to see the other engines. All their coats had been polished. Huh, said Gordon, just look at us. Your driver will have to work fast to get you as smart as us.
Okay, you see that, Gordon's eyes look really wonky. In fact, everyone's almost everything. All these engines' eyes look a little bit wonky. Gordon, James, Edward, Percy, and Gordon. All their eyes look a little wonky. And also look at Thomas. His funnel's crooked, and his face is not really placed on properly, and there's a bit of a spot right next to his nose, and there's a little bit of a gap here between his eye and his face. It's Goof number 4 already. In fact, no, there's 6 Goofs already.
Never mind that, replied Thomas. I've something important to say. Do you realize it's a whole year since Mrs. Kindly saved us from a nasty accident? You remember when she was ill in bed and... Yes, of course, interrupted Edward. You told us how she waved her red dressing gown out of her window to warn you about a landslide ahead. And you and Toby gave her presents, Percy joined in. And the Fat Controller sent her to Bournemouth to get better. What, said James and Henry together.
James's eyes look quite a bit wonky, and then his buffers are chipped, and then Henry's eyes look a little wonky, and then there's a load of spots all over himself, and there's gaps, and there's a load of is that sticky tack holding his face in place? I'm pretty sure that sticky tack could have bothered people.
The rest of us have never thanked her properly.
They replayed the scene. They still haven't fixed anything with Thomas. Still crooked funnel. Eye gaps. Black spots. And not placed on properly face.
Exactly, said Thomas. So now I think we should all give her a special Christmas party. Everyone was getting very excited, and the drivers felt sure that the Fat Controller would
Gordon's eyes look wonky.
agree, as indeed he did. The engines were all busy making plans when silence fell. The Fat Controller had bad news.
I think Gordon's eyes look a bit wonky, and then there's gaps between his face and his eyes.
The weather's changed badly. Mrs. Kindly is snowed up. Toby says he'll help to rescue her. You must help too, Thomas. There's no party unless you do.
Also, if you look at Henry in the background, you can clearly see the gaps between his face and his eye here. On his right eye. And then there's a lot of scratches on his smoke box. They never fixed that.
Thomas hated snow, but he said bravely, I'll try, sir. We must rescue her. We must. There's a good engine. You and Toby will manage splendidly. Thomas charged the snowdrifts fiercely. Sometimes he swept them aside, Sometimes they stuck fast and the men had to loosen them.
This is a reused scene from Thomas, Terence and Snow, aka Terence the Tractor, where Thomas actually gets stuck in a snow drift. That clearly is a goof.
But at the cutting near the cottage, they could go no further. "Look at that!" exclaimed Thomas's fireman. "Peep, peep, peep! Here we are," whistled Thomas.
If you look at Thomas's model, you can clearly see there's a spot right next to his whistle. What the heck?
An answering wave came from an upstairs window.
Is that sticky? I mean, is that a little bit of white on top of Mrs. Kylie's hand? I'm not sure what it is.
Then they heard that familiar sound. "That's Terence," said Thomas. "He's come to help too." Sure enough, Terence had a snowplow and was working hard to clear
Terence's eyes look a little bit wonky.
a path to the railway line in safety. At long last, the rescue was complete. Percy took the tired workmen home. Terence said goodbye to Mrs. Kindly and promised to take care of her cottage as he watched them all set off. The engines made good time. No more snow had fallen. The yard was dark. Thomas's heart sank. Suddenly, all the lights went on. What a marvelous sight awaited Mrs. Kindly. "Well done," said the Fat Controller.
What's going on with Toby? You can clearly see that there's white stuff on top of his face, and is that no? Is that really snow? Well, I could be wrong. And then there's a piece of sticky tack beneath the Fat Controller's feet, and then are those really Lego bricks? What the heck? Are these really Lego bricks? Not quite sure.
"Really proud of you all." Mrs. Kindly especially thanked the smaller engines. "Thomas and Toby are old friends," she said. "And now, Percy, you are my friend too." Percy was very pleased. "3 cheers for Mrs. Kindly," he called. "Peep, peep."
I think Edward's derailed. I'm not 100% sure. And well, I think Percy's kind of touching Gordon. I'm pretty sure he's touching Gordon. And Gordon's tender appears to be missing. You may not see, but Gordon's tender is missing.
Peep, peep. They all whistled. "We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish..."
They basically just replay the scene. Percy's still touching Gordon, and Gordon's tender's gone.
"Wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year." Thomas the Tank Engine and his friends.
I think this is the last goof. If you look at this breakdown train over here on the left, that looks more like a dinosaur to me. Or a Tyrannosaurus Rex, maybe. That looks just kind of funny.
Thought it was the best Christmas ever, and Mrs. Kindly could think of nowhere she would rather live than here with them on the island of Sodor.
Okay, so that was all the goofs I found in Thomas's Christmas party. If you still a goof I didn't point out, please leave in the comments below and let me know. Thanks for watching this goof video, and bye.